We are here to talk about the Arsenal versus PSG Champions League match. So we wanted to talk about what we are expecting from the game. So the PSG and the Arsenal, the boys from the Paris and the guys at the Emirates. So we just want to look at the game and see what to expect from the game. Mr. Fash, so the game for the Champions League, is it a do or die affair for the Gunners or for the PSG? You know, the last time they came to England against Liverpool at the Anfield, and they defeated Liverpool by 1-0, equal 1-1 aggregate. Eventually won on penalty. So what are you expecting from them against Arsenal?
Okay, it's going to be a very difficult game for the Gunners. It might be more difficult than the Madrid game, with all due respect to Madrid, because PSG, they are complete team. They are very, very complete. That team, they very complete. The team, they very, very complete. When I mean a team complete, you know, from defense to midfield to attack, they have players. They might not have a prolific number 9, which may I say and say it might be one of their shortcomings. But
every other guys do not have a
yes, but we are playing it systematically and we are scoring a lot of goals in Champions League.
They are scoring goals?
No, not in Champions League.
Okay.
So that is different. We score a lot of goals in Champions League.
And for the fact that you guys beat them at the group stage.
At the group stage, so it's also going to be another difficult game because of that. Because number one, they would have analyzed our game very well because we've played before this season, and they would don't look all the loopholes where we get
and
to
pick our
weakness and use it as advantage. So they are more advantage, and they are coming to Emirates for the first leg. So it's going to be a very, very tough game for the Gunners. But I'm trusting the guys. The lads are going to do an amazing job as regards that.
So now that takes us to if you want to measure player by player from the PSG and the Arsenal. So we look at the midfield. Let's talk about their midfielders.
The midfielder.
The likes of Vitinha, Neves, and this other guy there. So how can Arsenal cope with those?
They have the likes of Fabian Ruiz in
Yeah,
their midfield.
yeah, Fabian
They
Ruiz
have
also.
Neves. They have
Yes.
also Vitinha. And they
yes.
have other guys too that are doing a very good job in that midfield. The thing is that those guys, they are good with the ball. That's where the problem lies. Though the advantage to Arsenal is that Arteta love a team that attack. It creates a lot of space for them to attack. But one thing about PSG is that PSG, they are good without the ball too. So it's not only Arsenal. Arsenal, they are teams that are built without the ball.
So
They are
are you
aggressive.
saying our style of game is similar to
Yes,
yours?
it's so to say similar in terms of their aggression. In terms of when they are without possession, they are still deadly. They press you high. They press very well without the ball. So it's going to be very difficult. That means I'm looking at that game as if we win in our own, it might be a narrow victory of 1-0 or 2-1. So that is just what I'm seeing the game. It's going to be a tight game.
So are you saying their midfielder will get the better of the likes of Odegaard, Declan Rice, and probably Merino in that order because of the suspension of Partey?
The thing is that we are still going to use set piece for them. You know, the last game we won against them is more like a cross ball, the first goal that Trossard laid for Kai Havertz, and the second one is like a free kick. You know, it's a set piece. So I think that's a weakness, and we're good at that. So I think the place that we're going to leverage more is that set piece area. So on that midfield battle, our players are physical and they are more motivated now in that midfield. Declan Rice is in top form now. Merino too is doing fantastic. What the guy is trying to pick a graduate, as he's been creating chances. Like the last game we played against Crystal Palace, he had an assist too also. So he's doing well, and the game before he's performing. So I'm expecting a very good midfield battle, but I'm thinking that Arsenal might have an edge in that midfield due to his physicality and the
You are still pitching your tent with the Arsenal.
yes, in terms of they are getting.
Then so let's now look at the attack. They have the likes of Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, and Bakula and that one.
Bakola, even Desire.
Desire. So if you look at those, so can they get the better of the likes of Saliba, Kiwior, and Timber and that one, and Skelly, probably, if that would be the lineup for them.
You know what you have to say? Me, I know they are afraid of their forward line. Why they say if we and do Almighty Mbappe, Vinicius, Rodrigo, those guys, they are not their standard player. Vinicius is like Ballon d'Or contender last season. Bellingham too.
But this season he has not done well.
But you can't take him out when it comes to Champions League stage. Vinicius always up there. Mbappe, for us to be able to silence those guys, we reduce them to like almost combination of like maybe like 3 or 4 attempts on target. If we can use them home and away, that means we can do better with the likes of Dembele and the likes of Kvaratskhelia and the likes of Bakola and the other designers. I don't know, we have what it takes to hold them because their strength is from the flank, and we have the likes of Timbers and Skellies. I think they should be enough to reduce the impact of those guys, but they will definitely disturb us. Trust me. They will disturb us.
Also, if you look at the Arsenal attack, also, who is that person to spearhead the attack of the Gunners? Because I'm thinking of Merino dropping down to the midfield, or what do you think? Because Saka, Martinelli, which we believe they will feature in that match from the flanks, but the central row, which is the striker, is it? Who are you? Or they should leave Merino in that order? Can they get the better of the PSG defense?
Okay.
With the likes of Marquinhos and Mendes and Co like that, Hakimi. So they are there. So what do you think? Can they cope with the firepower of those guys?
Okay. If you come to that, those are our central forward. Yes. I'm expecting Mikel Arteta to use Merino in the midfield in this game.
In the midfield?
Yes, he's going to use midfield. Look, the last game they switch. They attack. I'm expecting Trossard to be in. He's at home, so we need to score enough goal in that game. Once the opportunity arises, I know Trossard for the past 2 games now he has banked more than 3 goals now. You know, the last game we played against Crystal Palace, and on this and the game before his switch game, he's scoring goals
now.
now.
When you talk about the Trossard issue in this game, well, I've always seen Trossard as inconsistent player.
Yes, it's true, but this is Champions League we're talking about. It's another different ball game. If you win this game comfortably, you are going to get to the final. So every player dream is to win the Champions League. Forget about the league. The league is important, but the Champions League is their ultimate pride.
Yes.
So he will bring his A game.
I think that is the only trophy.
And he has been
eluding Mbappe.
Mbappe for now, despite his whole accolade. So I'm expecting a very, very prolific Trossard in that game. So I'm expecting the front line of Bukayo Saka from the right flank, and the left flank I'm expecting Martinelli. I'm also expecting Trossard to play in between.
Now if you look at the form of Martinelli and Saka, at least it's something.
Even Trossard too. For the last 3 days,
yes.
he has scored like a lot. He has scored more than 2 goals, even 3 goals or thereabout. So that means he's very effective now going forward. So I'm expecting I'm expecting the defense of Kyrgios Saliba. I'm expecting Skelly.
So now takes me to what are your possible lineup?
Okay, yes, my possible lineup. I pray there is no any injury, because the way things they go, it's not going to be easy. But I pray that there's no any injury. But all things being equal, if there's no injury during training, I'm expecting a lineup of Skelly, Saliba, and Kyrgios. Then we have
Raya or Neto in goal. You start from the goal.
No, I'll use Raya. How can I use Neto is a misfire, is a mistake from Edu and Co. So they shouldn't have even brought in keeper that you cannot trust in a simple game. So we don't need it. We need Raya in goal.
Okay.
Then we have Kyrgios to partner Saliba.
Yeah.
Both of them are doing a fantastic job.
White or Timber?
No, I'll go for Timber because of form and injury, fitness level. Because you need a very fit player to handle the likes of
Skelly,
Skelly is a God forbid. Skelly, I will send him back.
What if Calafiori can be? Well, I don't think.
No,
he's not. He won't be fit for the match.
So Calafiori cannot be fit, but we use Skelly. So we have other players that will come up, that will come and replace.
So the midfield pairing.
Maybe there is a business as usual. We use Declan Rice. We use Odegaard, and we also use Merino to play the number 8 role. So in the forward, Martinelli will be there. We use Trossard and Bukayo Saka. So that's my lineup.
Okay, that's fine. That's good. I think. So your possible prediction for the match?
I'm going to say I'm seeing either a 1-0.
Narrow.
Either a 1-0 or 2-1, but it's going to be narrow.
Well, I pray so. I don't want to predict in this one because seriously, I'm just so scared to that point of I don't even want to predict. But
Yeah.
I pray that we'll win. We win the match. So
Yes.
at least just to put us one foot in the final of the Champions League. So guys, that's our take in this match. Just try and comment and give us your opinion. And you can also predict too on the comment section. So let's hear you guys. Thanks so much.